Can I get an old-fashioned?
Okay, this is an immensely popular clip, and we all know why. Because Don Draper is a badass. But does he actually make the drink well? Let's find out.
We're on the same mission. This bar looks like it was set up by a blind man.
I think this is what the kids call ableism, but it was the 60s, so I guess it's okay?
And there's no bourbon.
This is such a dick move. If I was at a party and I saw someone do this, I would think they were a giant tool, no matter what they were wearing. It was so much work to walk around that you just had to put your ass on the bar and swing your legs over it. Stop. Stop. And if anyone wants to justify this because John Hamm has a great ass, you may have a point, but that's no excuse. Continue.
There's a hole at the end here.
I don't have a lot of time.
If you say so. I know the only reason he said this is because it's in the script, but don't ever do this. You are not Don Draper. Sugar cubes, good.
Rye okay with you?
Rye makes a rock-solid old-fashioned, so good on him. And that's a bottle of Old Overholt, which was my go-to rye until about 10 years ago. Now it's Rittenhouse. But in the 60s, that bottle would have been... Hard to tell, but the cap on that bottle does look yellow, but it doesn't have a label. My best guess, it's a Prop Ango bottle that had the label torn off for some reason. Maybe Angostura doesn't do product placement. I don't know.
Nice piece of property, though.
Ice before spirit. Dubious, but I'll allow it.
I am at work, disguised as a party.
Eyeballing your pour is a classy move. You're basically saying, I do this all the time, but there's also this undertone of, I don't care how much this bottle costs. And it looks like he poured about 5 ounces. He likes his drink strong, and he assumes the gentleman with him does too, which is a compliment in some circles. Besides, if you're making a drink for a stranger, it's best to err on the side of the drink being too strong. I mean, don't overdo it, but if it's too weak, you will forever be remembered as the stranger they met at a party once that gave them a bad drink. You will also bring shame upon your ancestors. Next.
I hate other people's weddings.
Why's that?
Make me nervous. All those expectations.
Whoa, 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 what was that? From the looks of it, he poured about 6 ounces of soda into that mixing glass. Whew! And I'm not saying you shouldn't add soda to your old fashions. I always do, but I add about 1/4 of an ounce, and always to the sugar and bitters before muddling. It helps the sugar break down easier.
That is a match made in the boardroom.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to work this hard. Ha! I like to stir my old fashions, but I never thought to just agitate them. You're just flattening the soda, but I don't know how much difference it makes. We're kind of past the point of redemption with this drink.
Girls giggling about something.
Using your finger to strain. Very chic. Garnishing with an orange slice. I can get behind that. I can't tell if there's a cherry in there. Doesn't matter. So based on what I'm seeing, this drink would be good if not for the fact that it's at least 50% soda. It'll be weak and fizzy, 2 things you don't want in an old-fashioned. But otherwise, the fundamentals are there. But what I think is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is what the guest thinks. Connie?
Hell of a cocktail.
Hell of a cocktail. Notice he didn't say he liked it. My advice to Double D, or rather anyone writing a scene depicting someone making a cocktail, would be to check out YouTube tutorials made by actual bartenders, like this guy, or maybe even this guy. But of course, none of this matters. This guy can do whatever he wants because he's Don Draper.
I don't think about you at all.
And if he handed me this drink, I can't say I'd be super impressed, but because it came from him, I'd probably love it. I'd say something like, hell of a cocktail. Drink it fast, then ask to do a shot of Fernet with him. And full disclosure, I've never seen Mad Men, but John Hamm seems like a cool guy. I wonder what other kinds of roles he's played besides handsome masculine types.
Hey, you really look nice today.
Thank you.
Do you know her?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then let me be perfectly blunt. You were not my first choice. In fact, you weren't even on a list.
Okay, never mind.